Let's make sure we protect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings. Once you know your role,
I'm a content creator.
It's okay.
This is my job.
Hey, I bet they mad.
From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick.
What? Nigga, we made it.
You be creators of nonsense, content of self-importance, hate spreading to no end, viral emptiness, no substance. Stop hogging the spotlight and just share that itch. It goes a longer way when you spread that ish. Make it rain, just spray that ish. The real chosen ones out here to change that ish. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. Algorithms don't move us, we move to rhythm of truth in us. Hating on love in your sleep. Time is up, now we numbers deep.
Whoa.
One love in multiple forms, vibrating contrary to norms, creating waves worldwide, elevating frequencies high. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. You can't flip the script.
Whoa.
You're having a legend. Get with it, we built it. You can't flip me dip it.
These people don't understand. Stop trying to hog the spotlight and share that shit.
Ralph the Wise, talk to him.
We built this. To the moon. To the moon, Alice.
I'm a content creator.
It's okay.
This is my
Hey,
job.
I bet they mad.
From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick.
What? Nigga, we made it.
You be creators of nonsense, content of self-importance, hate spreading to no end, viral emptiness, no substance. Stop hogging the spotlight and just share that ish. It goes a longer way when you spread that ish. Make it rain, just spray that ish. The real chosen ones out here to change that ish. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. Algorithms don't move us, we move to rhythm of truth in us. Hating on love in your sleep. Time is up, now we numbers deep.
Whoa.
One love in multiple forms, vibrating contrary to norms, creating waves worldwide, elevating frequencies high. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. You can't flip the script.
Whoa.
You're having a legend. Get with it, we built it. You can't flip me dip it.
These people don't understand. Stop trying to hog the spotlight and share that shit.
Ralph the Wise, talk to him.
We built this. To the moon. To the moon.
You think you're bad, think you're smart. You're running in this world without a heart. Then everything falls apart. You should've known from the start. You're playing tough. Think you're it, acting rough. You the shit, but will you ever find your way? Could right now be the day. We riding round with the truth. Hey, to the ones that's falling, we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, answer to the calling, we salute. Hey, you live for sex. and honey. The chosen choose to reply. Open your third eye. You think you got it, but you're weak. You be nodded. Time to seek peace, love, decency, higher frequency. We ride it round with the truth. Hey, to the ones that's falling, we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, answer to the call and we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, to the ones that's falling, we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, answer to the call and we salute. Hey, think you're bad, think you're smart. Answer one question, where's your heart? Playing tough. Think you got it. Acting rough. That's just not it. Think you're bad. Think you're smart. Answer one question, where's your heart? Playing tough. Think you got it. Acting rough. That's just not it. We ride it round with the truth. Hey, to the ones that's falling, we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, answer to the call and we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, to the ones that's falling, we salute. Hey, riding round with the truth. Hey, answer to the call and we salute. Hey.
What's up with y'all? So I want to bring a conversation to the table. And the reason why I say this is a good story time is because these stories they've been repeated, but all of them practice a golden rule. All of them have some sort of golden rule that usually revolve around a servitude to others, right? And if you go back in history, you go back into the sacred earth and their, traditions or how they want, it says, do as you will, as long as you harm no one, right? And that's going back to some of the furthest, groups, if you would say, right? It's do as you will, as long as you harm no one, right? And that's one of the rules down here is you can do what you want as long as you don't get in nobody else's way or harm no one else, right? So it's do as you will as long as you harm no one, right? And the Native Americans' golden rule was live in harmony, for we are all related, right? So the Native Americans had an understanding of living in harmony, for we are all related, right? And then also Judaism, what you yourself hate, do to no man, right? That's the same thing as do unto others as you would have done unto yourself, right? Because if you don't like it, you shouldn't want nobody else to go through it. So you wouldn't do it to nobody else if you didn't like it. So, what you yourself hate, do to no man, right? Islam, do unto all men as you would wish to have done upon yourself, right? So that's the same thing. My brother's keeper, the laws that they go by in Islam, treat your brother like you treat thyself, so on and so forth, right? And we have Hinduism, treat others as you would yourself be treated, right? Treat others as you would yourself be treated, Hinduism, right? Then you have Christianity is do unto others as you would have done unto yourself, right? I'm starting to see a combo here. I'm starting to see a relative notion of peace, right? Then you have Buddhism, which is hurt not others with that which pains yourself, right? So all of them are pretty much saying the same thing, right? That we are supposed to do unto others as we want done unto us, or we're not supposed to do unto others as we wish that not done unto us, so on and so forth. It works both ways. Whatever I don't want done to me, I'm not going to do to somebody else. And whatever I want done to me, I'm going to do for someone else because I want these things done. Right? And all these different religions seems to have this golden rule in there. And that golden rule should allow them to sit down with peace with one another. Yet we seem to be out of the range of peace, you know? And that's why I say Nicki Minaj need to just come on over here. Lady Letitia, what's going on with you, Lady Letitia? I'll drop the invitation in the comment section if you want to come up. There's a lot going on. I don't know. But we all aware of everything and every stuff. Um, you know, I do have some things circulating on the other channels. So just to, FYI, I do have some things circulating on the other channels. I don't have the same thing playing on the other channels that I do this channel. We're gonna mix it up here, put some other stuff on the other channels. And we're even gonna start posting stuff on X. Okay, so Maddie wants to take the drama over there and try to find a new platform where she can tarnish our characters. I say enough is enough. I don't care what platform she goes to. I don't think she should be on any social media if she's going to continue the same rhetoric. So, yes, StreamYard allows you to post stuff on X, Instagram, or anywhere else that you need to post. So be sure to take advantage of all of things that StreamYards allows you to do, especially if you're paying 88 a month like me. You want to use this to the maximum of your abilities. See how I had to buy 200 hours over here? I had to buy more hours and everything. Seems like damn near getting 97 a month out of me. Lady Latisa, how's everything?
Hello, Ralph. How are you?
I'm great. Could be better if I figure out how to get my YouTube funds. Because they haven't, they said like no actions needed at this time. So I don't know if that's going to take a couple of months or whatever. But right now it just says no action needed at this time. And I don't even know what's going on with it. So
So you haven't received a check yet?
no, not yet. I
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. Once they get everything authorized and finished, and no, like you said, no action is needed, then they will send you that check. Your first check should be really big. Do you know how to check and see how much you have and all that?
I looked at it. I seen some numbers, but I went to that Google ad sensor thing, and it was like zero. Like over there, it said zero, but on YouTube revenue thing, it has numbers. But on the ad,
Yeah. If you go to YouTube Studio and click on Earn, you should see how much you've earned.
yeah, I checked that out, but I haven't.
Okay.
They haven't gave me the second part yet. Like they say, like it says something like when threshold is met, but I already met last month threshold and it still didn't get in contact with me. So it said like at this moment, no other actions is required. But I guess when it's time to pay me, they're going to require a payment form or something.
Yeah, so is your bank account linked to is your bank account linked to YouTube?
Yeah, to my Google and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, good. So they're gonna direct deposit your check whenever you start getting them. They're gonna put it like directly into your account. And they usually put it in there around like the 20th or the 21st. And they'll tell you when they're gonna deposit it too.
Uh, do I get a email or something?
I've never seen an email, but when you go into your Earn in Studio, where you see the amount that you've earned, there should be something at the top that says what they're sending you. Like mine says, you've earned what $200 this month, and they'll send it. They'll tell you when they're sending it, the 21st, the 20th, and then you should see it in your bank account as long as your bank account is linked to your payment. But it sounds like you're at the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, because they're saying no action is required.
Yeah, when I go into it, when I go to customize channel and then go to earn, it say get paid, but it says no action required. It say what you need to do, no action required. What's next? We'll notify you when we'll notify you to provide a form. Oh, that's how it just said. That's weird.
It's doing what?
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna show at the top how much and when they're gonna submit it. You probably just gotta wait one more month, which is weird if you're monetized already.
mm-hmm. I go to earn.
And it'll be at the very top.
Right now, it just keeps saying, "Oops, something went wrong." So I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh well, how's everything going with you?
It's going okay. It's going good. Besides this hiccup with your finances, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Everything is great.
Good.
You try not to let static stop you. You know, when everything slows down, that's why it's in this day and age, 2025, it's better to have multiple streams of income because if
Oh
you
yeah,
depend on one stream of income, it's going to create, uh, you know, a backup or backup
right.
of funds because like now it's like if you don't have a multitude of streams of income, every household needs a multitude of streams of income in order to survive. So when even if you create a brand, a business around yourself, it's better to, no matter how small, no matter how small. If I got $60 a month coming in from the clothing thing, then that's a plus. If I got, excess amount of money coming in from selling crystals, then that's a plus. Like everything should have some form of revenue because right now you are the brand, you are the business, you are the corporation. So you might as well carry
Right.
yourself as such.
Exactly. Exactly. And once this fizzles out, you should be getting a check like every month on clockwork. Like it's just gonna just start depositing in there every month. And you don't have to even, you know, look at it. I mean, you look at it to see what you're getting, but um, it'll just start flowing. You shouldn't be stuck anymore or have any issues with your finances once they start flowing. But
Well,
you're right, we do need, mhm,
go ahead. You say you do what?
you do need different streams of income. I agree with you.
Yeah, right now the way things are going with tariff and uh the second half of this year should tell the tale of the outcome of that, as far as shipping goes, so on and so forth. So that's going to look crazy. Um, I seen Maggie is still on her rampage of attacks as far as striking the lituation page.
Yes, I was on Official King Payne's channel yesterday, and we were actually having a conversation, and his page went down, and I saw it was struck by Maggie, and then I emailed her and asked her, and she said yes, she did, and I think it's wild that she's still striking people. Like if you're trying to get back on YouTube and you're striking people, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, Fisher King Payne did pull out that fan, and you know how she feel about them fans. So, I, it's starting to look like I don't know what it is about fans, but she attacked you for your fan. You know,
Yeah,
OKP pulled out his fan. You know, I'm going to refrain from buying a fan. I think we all should just stop doing the boots on the ground trend. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
apparently, this is pissing Her Majesty off.
Yes, Your
Uh,
Majesty. Uh
yeah.
huh.
So
Especially behind the scenes.
yeah. So she's carrying out her form of
Vengeance.
Yeah, her form of BS. Like I said, I did send, OKP a message to let him know, like, look, you know what I'm saying? I ride with what's right, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the
Right.
measures of bullying that she's taken, as far as, attacking people's finances, people are, these are pages that people are living off of. You can't put
Yeah.
strikes on somebody's page. That's going to slow them down in the algorithm. Even if they do get a 7 day, when they get the page back, it's going to be slowed down. That's why people were like trying to
Right.
make it seem like, my page lost traction because of Sherelle and them. No, it lost traction because they put that strike on my page. So you really don't gain
Mm.
like your level of traction back until all your strikes are off your page. Now, if you got a clean page, no strikes, no community, strikes, you good. Your page is going to be pushed into the algorithm a little bit
Yeah.
tougher. But with them playing this strike game, it's like they're pushing each other out of the algorithm. When people are complaining about your page, a multitude of people complaining about your page, whatever it is that they're doing, right? It's pushing us out of the algorithm. It's shadow
Mhm.
banning us, and I think that's wrong for people to, have that level of control
Me
over someone's
too.
growth on a social site. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's way too much control. I mean, she can just pick a video and strike it, and it could be, just like a picture. That's
Right.
why,
Just imagine how many she got doing that. So that's why I say we got to stand for something. We got to unite, in a sense of like just saying, this is something that we're not going to take. I don't know if a petition is already started, but we all need to, put that petition in our link tree. We need to utilize these outlets more, utilize some of these spaces more. I know
yes,
that I'm going to
I
try
agree.
my best to, open up the door to unify with a couple of other content creators if they will allow me in their space, and they are surely allowed in my space. I'm going to try to pull some people from TikTok over in this direction to come and have conversations, so on and so forth, to just speak on the things that they're going through also as they build their page online, because it's starting to look like this is not something, like in college or in high school they have like that hazing thing that goes on whenever you're coming into a new, and it spills over into
Yes,
corporations and businesses too, where it's like you're the new guy, so you got to carry
yeah,
this load or that load. And I think what we're seeing on these social sites, coming into YouTube, we're seeing that level of system take place where it's like you're not just going to come over here and start growing. So nobody's trying to help one another build, understand the algorithm, teach them about the word play that has to take place, how you have to be mindful of your verbiage and respond in a way that's not insensitive to any said group or religion, or there are certain ways that you have to go about um presenting yourself online, and some people take the route of ignorance, which is, let me show my ass. You get what I'm saying? Okay, maybe.
hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Sorry about that. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Um, it's like it's like they're playing games on the YouTube. Like they're playing these games, and it's really disgusting.
Absolutely. Could we put together a code of conduct of how content creators are supposed to? Because I think like the responsibility of having a platform is undermined by uh controversy or
Okay,
so like I think like there needs to be an understanding of some type of integrity guidelines that one would have to uphold in order to be a content creator because right now everybody wants to create content, but everybody's
right,
not a content creator. Everybody's
right.
creating content,
But
but
everybody's not a content creator.
right. And I think like because I think those who are content creators need to have some level code of conduct when it comes to their platforms because it's like you can't allow anything to be said on your platform or at least take a certain level of accountability when it comes to the things
Yes.
that's being said on your platform because if you go back to think about it Magic can sit there and say like I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Yes, but you allowed this narrative to be spent on your platform for weeks at a time,
Uh,
you know.
yeah.
So it's like you are,
You are
you know,
condoning it.
yes. So it's like that's why we're telling you your platform should be gone. Like you as a person, no, but your platform for what you are allowing to take place and what you are taking place in yourself, because now you see
Exactly.
it wasn't just the platform, it was her herself in that type of energy.
Yeah, exactly. Because she set the tone. She set the atmosphere the way it is, and it's very toxic and negative and over there. And it's not like it's going to change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think
Like
that's
when she comes
scary.
back, yeah,
I think that's scary because people are drawn to authenticity, right? And we are authentically being ourselves, which causes a level of originality, which is basically either our lives, our trials and tribulations, or a level of opening up to our collective. So to say that this person is not only playing on these stories, but planting people with inside your collective to find out variations of information so they can spin the narrative for content. That's a scary thing. Like that's going to stop us from wanting to help each other, stop us from wanting to reach out to each other, and close off the doors from us creating content with each other. You get what I'm saying?
I had you on mute. Um, I think it's awesome that you want to develop something like a code of conduct, and the fact that you want the community to be more safer, you know, and the fact that she has this platform that is not, it's really not teaching the new content creators about, how a page is supposed to be ran. You know, she thinks it's supposed to be ran with drama, trashing, and going back and forth. She has built her platform on that.
That's what I mean. Like there was a certain level of critique, um, criticism, um, that was tolerated because it was in the lines of a recap, you know. And now she turned people recapping other people's content into something of a defamatory,
Right.
exploratory. You know what I mean? Like like you're taking everything out of it by doing like I don't know how to explain it. Like I guess the rules of engagement, if you would say, like if we can rewrite
Right.
the rules of engagement or rewrite the rules of content engagement.
hmm exactly have some type of code of conduct that we have a standard to.
Right, like a just it don't have to be in a sense of like something that as long as we uphold it, it doesn't matter if it's on paper or not, as long as we uphold this code of conduct that say we are not going to take it to this extent to where as though it's stalkerish. This is you got to
Right.
think about it. This is where we do conduct business at. And controversy does sell. So a little bit of
Yeah.
controversy is I mean, think about it. I came over here with the controversy of saying that Jaguar stole my bike 31 years ago. Yes, it was petty. It's funny. You know what I mean? It's 31 years ago. You can't even fathom
Right.
someone actually remembering something that took place 31 years ago, let alone, holding a grudge that long, however you want to look at it. That's what drew a lot of people to me was the story of like, damn, that's petty. You know what I mean? But in a sense of
Right.
things, like how everything played out, you're talking about someone bringing criminal, defamation against you. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Not harassment, stalking, and bullying. It's really bad. And then it brings down your platform because they're attacking you and attacking your brand.
Right. And
And
I didn't
as
even
you,
know that they said that Danny had that in their Discord too. I didn't even know that. I was like, dang, that is diabolical.
yes, they did say that. It's nothing that they won't blame on Danny. It's like, oh, let's blame this on Danny. This would be a good one. It's interesting how she went and started attacking Danny in first and just never let up because all in the name of Jag. And then now she's like,
Was it in the name of Jag or was it something a little bit more? I mean, Chris
you're
Todd
right,
Chris Todd said he was working on taking Danny's platform down on an Atwoods, thing. Like we got to really look at this um whole thing that takes place on the internet. Some people hold grudges for things that okay,
yes,
let's just say like the internet is everyone's outlet to get some shit off. You know what I mean? Like
right,
everybody's using this to get some stuff off. And if you can find someone that you can build that tension with for a period of time on here, then that's what they do, you know, if you give them the
yeah,
response.
exactly. Yep. If you respond, hmm and everybody is, like you said, unloading on something.
But that's how they do. Like that's why I like it. Like when you're looking at it, it's like pointing out energy vampires. Like they'll be in
Yeah,
the comment section and you can ignore them. But the moment you read it is the moment
right,
you give the invitation to it. And then once you give the invitation to it, then they siphon your energy
exactly. That is
until they
so
feel as
good.
though they got enough.
Exactly. And then you find yourself going back and forth with this person. You're trying to figure out why am I having a one-on-one?
Right. Right. And I think
Yeah,
like it becomes difficult because like you say, we all are building something on here whether we want to believe it or not.
right,
It's a space that we're finding like-minded people, we're finding like-minded collectives, and i want to tell you I want to tell you that, I don't know if you heard this yet, but I want to tell you that I'm proud of you, right? I'm proud of you because you're turning things around in a way that is not of that same notion. You're not giving them that same spite back. You're handling it
right. Thank
with a
you.
level of class and elegance, and you should your page should be seen. Your platform should be heard more. So I'm glad that you're getting the opportunity not only on Danny's page but also on official King Payne's page. If I can, I'm going to help, push the, broadcast out, further. But, I think the
Oh, thank you.
direction or the measure of what how you're going about it, how you're handling it. I think it deserves recognition, and I'm glad to see that you're getting the recognition. Um, so
Thank
kudos
you.
for that, and
I appreciate that.
even the smaller bits of recognition, Danny Robinson, recognizing Golden in the chat, I
Yes,
think that's admirable, because you got to remember, like she said, if she calls you by your regular name, she cool
yes,
with you. If she give
right.
you a nickname, then you might have to try to figure some shit out. So
Yes,
as long as I'm on regular name basis, I'm good with that. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yes, exactly.
Um, but
And
yeah,
you notice, like, she never stopped calling Maggie
well,
Maggot because she never changed. She never saw a difference in her personality, or, it's not about changing, but it's just about being who you are. And now that we know who you are, it's really something. It has nothing to do with Jag. This is your own, this is what we see. What has come out in you, what's in will come out, and it has come out. And it's really something. It's a really negative space. It really is.
yeah,
And yeah,
I agree with you. I think at one point Danny was leading towards like giving her the opportunity to show yourself. You know what I mean? Show
right.
yourself. You're separated from Jag. You did your apology tour. You had your week of going after Jag, and then you went right back to what it is. So we can no longer say this was because Jag made you do it. We can no longer say
Right.
this was because of that. So given that mindset of given the opportunity, now we see you for who you really are. And I think the whole
Exactly.
time Danny always had that guard up to say, well, I'm not going to
Yeah,
stop telling her that until she show me something different, show me
exactly.
that you deserve, that, level of respect. Because
Respect. Yes,
right. So it's like you have to remember how everyone's relationship initially started. Danny didn't start off talking about maggot. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Maggie started off defending Jag, which made Danny say, like, who the hell is this? So on and so forth. You know what I mean? That's why
Right.
she can go back and say, I can remember the first time you lied on me, the first time you defamed my character, the first time
Exactly.
because you are the initiator of all these different beefs. So to sit here now and make it seem like we just started with you, no, we were going after the truth of something that is rewriting the history of hip hop and Black American culture. So we were asking questions about that person who is putting out information regarding things that happened in the 90s with hip hop stars, so on and so forth. You came in with a defense system for someone and you kept that
Yes,
going.
exactly.
One thing for sure, two things for certain I could say a lot of us have in common is we never was in that defense party. I wasn't
No.
in that defense party. I recall you coming up on the Knots panel when I was over there, not being in the defense party, but more so in the open to understanding why this is taking place. Um,
Yes.
and then you got caught up,
Yes.
just like me. You know what I mean? We both got caught up in opposite sides of a level of understanding that we were seeking for.
Right. Exactly.
And then
I like how
mayhem.
you explain things.
No, because I mean,
You're
because
very good at it.
no, because look, because a lot of people want to try to make it seem like we came in on some like secret op and came in on this. Like,
Right.
no, like we're regular people on the internet, you know what I mean? Trying to find a way to build a business, a brand, likeness, image around our own persona in order to, find the people that we want to be around or make the connection that we feel like we should have with other people, however you want to look at this. And we
Right.
stumbled across bull crap,
Yes, we
you
did.
know. I stumbled
Yeah.
across this. I like my aunt used to come to the house and play a game with us. It was called bullshit. And how you play the game. Now we should all sit down and play this game. It's a good game. All right. So how you play the game is all of us pick an animal, right? And then it starts off like, say I'm the person that starts it off. So I say I was walking down the street and I stepped in some, and then I say one of y'all animals' names, right? So say you picked a horse,
Oh.
right? And then I say, I was walking down the street and I stepped in some horse shit. And you supposed to say bullshit. And then I'm supposed to say who shit. And then you supposed to say a different animal shit, right? And then we
Yeah.
catch each other up for the elimination process. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I remember that game one time ago. It was
that's
fun. I
hey,
would
listen.
always mess up.
And when the lights go out, I promise you, you'll start coming up with games like that. That was like when you was a kid, you wasn't
Yes.
really allowed to curse, but this game allowed you to curse, so you was cool. You know what I mean? Like I was, I was,
Yes.
I was walking down the street and I stepped in some cat shit, bullshit, who shit, dog shit, who shit, you shit. You got to catch them, and they mess up so easy because you got to
Yes.
you speed it up more as you get to knowing it. You just speed it up more.
We had to drink if we messed up. And I would get so messed up to the point where I would forget everybody's stuff. That was fun.
See,
Yeah,
when
we,
you
like
add
you
the
said,
drink into it, that's when you get, that's when you're going to definitely get the troublesome. You know what I mean? Gonna get the troublesome then,
yeah,
because that's when you
yeah,
get people messing up on purpose just to take the shot. You know what I mean?
yeah, yes, yeah, that's too cool. But yeah, we used to make up games because we would have cousins over and be playing, and probably didn't have a whole bunch of toys or got tired of the toys and start making up games to play.
The good old days.
Yeah, yeah,
And like, and that's why I'm glad that you're doing that did well, I don't know, but are you going to do the Fisher King Payne interview or conversation about her?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All
I
right. I'm
am. I
glad you're
believe I
doing
need to reach out to him. Yeah,
that. Yeah, I'm
because he
glad
comes
you're
on
doing
at night, right?
yeah. Comes on at night, sometime at night.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad you're doing that because I think people need to understand like a point of origin, right?
yeah,
Like, her coming from the Meghan Markle sector, coming from, and other people give, a different in-depth, even going into her background. Her family is from a group of separatists. Separatists is the group that they aim to put out division, and it's ironic that your
mhm,
bloodline comes from a group of separatists, and here you are separating in order to, uh get revenue, however you want to look at it. But
yeah,
you um I'm trying to have a conversation with her mom. Like I want to know if her mom knows that she put all these stories out. Like did something really happen to her at 13, 15, 17, all these different ages? Like,
yeah.
was there really a guy calling her phone, you know, that was 35 at 15? Did her mom really run and scare a guy off? Now, of course, Maggie will go try to pre-prep her mom for such storylines if her mom and them is on good terms, like she say. But from the
Yeah,
message that I got on Messenger, it seems like her mom is unaware of Maggie's rhetoric.
behavior.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Because the way she came across to you is very nice, and she didn't know. And I believe that she tells her mom a different story about you too. They're attacking me. They're coming after me for no reason. I didn't do anything, mom.
Right, because her mom said something on the lines of like, if you guys are, coming at her for her difference of opinion. And I was like, what? Like nobody's coming at her because of
Oh,
her difference of opinion.
yeah, that is so not true. Yeah, if that was the case, then shit, it would be that easy.
That's what led me to believe, like, yeah, mom don't know what's going on.
No.
But she
Mm.
did um she didn't even block me on there. She deleted her mom's Facebook account altogether.
Oh wow. Mm.
Yeah, she sent me a message like from her mom's account, like, this is Maggie. You're sick. She sent me a message from her mom's messenger, like, that's how narcissistic she is. Like, she just had to let me know it was her. Like, this is Maggie. Just
By the
want to let
way.
you. Yeah, yeah, this is Maggie. I just want to know. Just want you to know. You're sick. You're sick. You could have kept that shit to yourself.
Oh shoot.
And I try to tell her, I was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get in contact with your stepbrother. She try to act like she don't know what I'm talking about. We ain't talking about, ain't got no stepbrother. I'm the only kid, just like the only kid to not admit that you got a stepbrother. You know what I mean? But on
Yeah.
your profile, it says my daughter and my stepson. Like literally, you know what I mean? Your mom is
Yeah.
accepting some other kid. So
Yeah.
obviously you got more stuff going on in your, physical life that you
Hmm.
lying and hiding
I'm
from,
telling the truth. Yeah.
uh maybe those dinner dates is not bringing in money no more because she had a lot of dinner dates, but she was using that house, that basement service thing. She was
She
using it.
had dates.
Huh?
She had a date. Some dinner date.
She had dinner dates that she posted on Instagram. Like she got a bunch of Instagram dinner dates. It's always
Oh.
her with the opposite person on the table, taking the picture. But this is how your profile would look if you are online dating. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
These are online dating pics. You find these
Yeah.
people on, Plenty of Fish,
Yeah.
farmersonly.com, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
she might be on Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, you know what I mean? Um
Yeah.
yeah, these are online dating profile picture loads. Like if you
Mm.
look at her Instagram, it is for like what they call them, thirst traps, right? So Instagram became a place of thirst trapping, right? It's where you don't really post like the pictures of like your family, or you don't really post that you're on a date or with anybody. It's to open up the door to be that person for other people to be like, oh, you're hot, you're this, right? Now,
Yeah.
the she's not going to admit it, but the trick comes with the conversations that she having with people on the back end. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember, Canada is a place where they have the law at the age of 16 to where as though you have the right to consent on dating, so on and so
Oh
forth
wow.
at 16.
Okay.
So, however you're looking at this, she's in a place where, this type of activity is, you know, warranted, right? So, we're coming with a seasoned veteran of someone who knows how to use different variations of sexuality in order to get money, whether it be to say that you now, if she makes the, passes at you and it goes her way, then she can get money out you in that way with you favoring her, so on and so forth. But if things should go the opposite way, then she'll just say that you forced yourself and everything was your idea. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Some kind of way it becomes someone else's fault, the
right,
manipulation.
right. In some type of way, she's going to manipulate in order to save face, look like the good person. Because remember, she's
Yes.
on here attacking all these people, but also trying to say that she's trying to, be a good daughter. That don't make sense, right? But
No.
also in the levels of how she went about doing it, you can look at her actions and tell that this is something that is repeated, right? When she
Yeah.
spoke about Love Jones, and I think Golden can come up and speak about this part. When she spoke about Love Jones, she said, she talked about Love Jones' breasts and how they were protruding out. And she said, and they don't go over there and slut shame and so on and so forth. And they should say, if you're gonna slut shame me, then you should slut shame her too, right? And then I'll
Yeah.
feel comfortable. I feel more comfortable if you just did it to both of us as opposed to letting her do it, but not letting me do it. And then she's like, well, I'm gonna, put my, breasts out there and get money, right? And then when referring to the conversation with the knot, she's like, well, who do I sell it to in order to get money? Because I got some stuff that I could sell. I can't, I can't slang the dang, but I got something that I could sell. So she show. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
No one that's been victimized before is going to even utter those rhetorics of words.
Mm. Mm.
You're not even
Right.
gonna
Because they're
open up the,
triggering.
right. It's triggering because if you already been looked at as an object, why would you project yourself as an object if you already know what it feels like to be considered an object?
Mm. Yeah.
You know,
That's a good point. Yes.
like even if you go back to the history of Black, America, y'all didn't like to be called a bee because y'all knew the bee was a female dog, and y'all be damned if somebody referred to y'all as a female dog. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the
Yeah.
title of what that represented was of a female dog. So y'all like, shit, who you calling a bitch? UNITY. UNITY stand for unity. You get what I'm saying? Queen
Yeah.
Latifah had y'all on some other shit back then.
Yes, you did.
You know, there was a couple other ones y'all had. Erica Badu. Y'all had a couple of other ones that kept y'all feisty as hell. Y'all was talking about some for real. Y'all was Lauren Hill and that shit. You know,
Yeah.
writing
Yeah.
stories and shit. I heard he had a secret. Whatever y'all be doing, y'all be playing songs to go through everything. You could tell how y'all feeling with song playing as soon as you walk in the
Yeah.
house. You know, for real. If you walk in the house, Luther Vandross playing, or something like that playing, we good. If I
Yeah.
walk in the house and you playing some As We Lay, We Forgot About Tomorrow, As We Lay, I got some questions. Got some questions. What
You
is you?
got some
You know what I
questions.
mean? If you clean into, As We Lay, We Forgot About Tomorrow, As We Lay. I got some questions, you know.
Yeah.
Now,
I know
now,
that's right.
if I walk in the house and you got that damn Keisha Cole playing, or if God send me an angel from the heavens above, I know you found some shit, or you think or rethinking some shit. Maybe I wasn't
Yeah.
cleaning up around the house enough or something. Maybe I wasn't helping with the dishes. I'm coming in acting accordingly. You need help with that? You sure? Let me cook tonight. Let me get your plate. Let me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm
Oh, wow.
just saying, like, you could tell a lot about a woman by the music that they're listening to because
Yeah.
y'all are emotional beings. So you could tell like a lot through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is true.
So I pay attention to stuff like
You
that.
do. You are very inquisitive. You pay attention to detail.
I gotta know because y'all be going through so much. Like if you change your nails, I know you just want somebody to notice you, right? If you change your nails, I'm like, all right, you just want somebody to notice you. All right, nice nails, beautiful. I like that, But if you change your hair, hold up, wait a minute. If you change your hair, you fuck around and get rid of the boyfriend that's in your life at that time. Because like when women are thinking about change, the hair is the first thing they change when they thinking
Yeah.
about change. And usually
Hmm.
when they change their hair, it's a reference to a big change, like something like a thrill, like you're not doing it for them. You're not, you know what I mean? So when it's a big hair change, okay, like a dye of a hair, I can see that. Like, okay, dyeing your hair, I see it, I like it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun with that. But when you talk about cutting your hair or coming off
Yeah.
the layers, I know you thinking about change. Now I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Let me tighten up around. You want to go to the movies? What you trying to do? That new movie just came out. You trying to go watch it? Let's escape. Let's get away from the kid. You know what I'm saying? For real,
Yeah.
you might have to put everybody else out the house and just run around butt naked for the weekend. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what Lady Letitia did. I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes it's warranted, you know.
Yeah, you need that break. You need a moment.
I mean, even changing of smells, like sometimes, like you could tell, like the type of woman you're around based off of their, ideas of smells. Like, okay,
Hmm.
if you telling me that you like that, that wood smell, that cigar smell, okay, that means your father had an office and he smoked cigars a lot in his office, and it reminds you of that type of atmosphere. Or you lived in a house where that wood smell was strong in the house, therefore it might take you back. Okay, now if you're liking a smell of like lavender, okay, you're a calm person, you don't like chaos, you know what I mean. If you're liking
Right.
a smell of like citrus or a fruit smell, okay, I can like, so I pay attention to a lot of stuff.
Yes,
Just don't
you
tell
do.
people the things that I, because the kid,
It's
like,
scary.
it
Like,
is,
is
it
he?
is. I scared people a couple of times. I ain't gonna lie, I scared people a couple of times. They like, motherfucker, I can't be around you. You paying attention to too damn much now.
Too much. Yes. I'm
Right.
like, how does he know that stuff?
Yeah, that you doing some shit. Did you just
Yeah.
wipe your nose? Did you just wipe? Did you just use your shirt to wipe your nose? Get out my business. Nah, don't worry about what I be doing. But
Yeah.
no, I just became like that because, like, okay, so I don't trauma bond, but let's just say, for instance, if we did touch base on certain variations of conversations, I was in group homes, and when there's a group home where you got 8 boys, 8 girls on one side, you got possible 2 to 3 staff members all the time. Um, there's a lot of stuff you got to pay attention to. Kids do the
Mm.
darndest things to kids, right? You had kids trying to put their pubic hairs on cookies and offer them to you.
Oh,
You had
wow.
kids, trying to, make you eat like, oh, we wasn't paying attention to germs in the 90s, but I be damned, kids was no, no. Listen, hear me out now. Hear me out. I had to be observant. I had to be observant fast. You know what I'm saying? Because they're
Yeah.
like, these kids, some kids came from poverty-stricken households, so they was gullible to the bad kids who parents was rich. So, the bad kids who parents was rich, their mom was sending in, the gift packs, the snacks, so on and so forth. But the
Hmm.
other kids that was hungry, you had the 3 meals a day that was provided by the facility, but you wasn't really, what I'm saying. Me, on the other hand, I was lucky. I was on honors. I was able to walk to the street I was able to walk down. It wasn't like I could go anywhere. Let's be honest, lady Leticia, I couldn't run away if I wanted to. I didn't have nowhere to run to. You hear me?
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, we was in my city now. We in my city where my family is
Mm.
born at. My mom got 13 kids. My grandma had 15 kids. We in my
Oh,
city. And I still didn't have nowhere to run to. You hear me? So like they gave me like special privileges. They were like, you can walk to the store and come back.
oh
So
wow.
every now and again, I would like ask the other kids if they needed anything from the store, and then I would walk to the store and come back. So like I was on good terms with the staff member and good terms with a
Okay.
lot of the kids, but it was only because of my observation, right? I was
Mm,
able to observe, right, which kids was what kid, and for some reason I had a keen sense on which kids to stay away from, which
right.
kids to stand up to, which kids to protect, and this led me into that field of watching autistic kids. A lot of people don't know, but in my real life, I work with, autistic kids. I used to work for
Oh,
Bancroft Neural Health and Plus New Jersey.
okay.
So I work with autistic kids in the daytime, and then at nighttime, I work with the old folks at Plus New Jersey, watching them or whatever. But when you're
Okay.
working with autistic kids, you got to be very observant because we had to watch this one kid named Chris. And
Uh-huh.
Chris, like if you we had outings with these kids because I was in a residential program. So I would have to take them to like, Rita's Water Ice, take them to like, to the park, take them on the speed line, take them to the bank to get their bank account. You know what I mean? I would
Oh wow.
I could just go to the house and pick them up and do, so you got to be observant because these kids, some of these kids, they had the ability to throw up on, it's called like regurgitation, but they would make themselves throw up. So if they felt
Oh
like
wow.
they were getting pressure, if you asked them too many questions, they could do
Yeah.
that, right?
Okay.
Another kid, like he played in his feces, so you would have to watch him whenever he would go to the bathroom because 9 times out of 10 he had stool softeners, everything like that back there. So like a lot of times you had to be observant with these kids and monitor
Right.
their triggers and see what was triggering them not to do it. Some of them had word triggers, right? I
Okay.
watched one of the kids slow down was one of her words, right? And
Uh-huh.
when the lady told her to slow down because she was eating her food fast, I mean, this kid
Yeah.
instantly like locked onto this woman's breast, and like I'm talking about a monkey grip. I'm peel skin off. Like this, they teach you like not to pull away. Like actually, like when these kids
Oh,
grab
really?
you or something like that, you're supposed to grab their hand and pull them towards you. Like if they bite you, that you're not
Oh,
supposed to yank away from the bite. You're supposed to grab their head and pull them towards you, right? These are all
okay.
tactics that they teach you in these moments. Now, a regular
Interesting.
person natural reaction would be to snatch away or pull away.
Yeah.
But they teach you this so that way you can minimize the damage.
The
You already
pain.
know that a situation is happening, is already happening. You can't anything, you know what I mean? If you panic, if
Yeah.
you do any of this, you know what I mean? You're worsening it. So they teach you how to minimize it because you already trigger an event that you have to, the outcome is inevitable. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So now
Yes.
you have to coach this person. You have to talk this person down because in this
Yeah.
person's mind, you're the threat now. You're the
You're the threat.
yes. So and this is in kids. These were kids. They were, teenagers coming into
Interesting.
that age. And some of these parents, they realize how comfortable their kids are around you, and they realize how safe they kid feel around you,
Wow.
and they'll start picking you as like the person to go on vacation, with them.
Right.
A lot of these parents would be like, listen, we're going to pay you for the whole weekend. We want you to come out, so on and so forth. And this was how I met a lot of people, right? And
Mm,
you'll be surprised. There's a lot of parents that are embarrassed by it, but their kids are either spectrum or, you know, a lot of these different titles that they give them. I don't like to
right.
speak the titles because the titles is what keep them trapped in their mind that think
Exactly.
something is wrong with them. So I don't allow myself to carry those titles or speak about those titles too much, because the idea is to give them that sense of normalness. You get what I'm saying?
Normal.
So if you
Yes.
constantly remind them of the title that's keeping them back, you're not allowing them to open that door of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Of just being themselves, being kids, being free.
Nah, I didn't
Yeah.
Rayman. I didn't Rayman the situation. I started to though. I was like, damn, because one of the kids, Brian, like if you told him your age, he'll tell you what year you was born. If you tell him what year you was born,
Wow.
he'll always remember your numbers. Like if he once he see you again, he'll be like, such and such, age this, age that. So I was like, you know what?
Wow.
I'm about to take your ass to the casino. How many cards you see right now? No, but but I learned a lot in it all. That's what I, aim to say. I learned a lot in it all. And it teaches you a
Yeah.
lot of patience, dealing with kids like
It
this,
does.
patience. And then when you get older, you realize like they're what we're dealing with is the adults of kids.
The
Like
adults. Yes.
so now I
The adults like
you can
kids.
see like,
Ooh.
yeah, so I even in grocery stores and fast food restaurants, like you could see them like because they don't have no sense of humor. They don't, but you see them and you want to tell them that it's safe, but there's still
Yeah.
precautionary measures in the world. Like I use jokes. I joke wherever I go.
Yeah.
Y'all see how I act in the grocery store when we went to the grocery store. Now you see they turned that around and try to be like he was trying to teach them how to steal from the store. They not even looking at the fact that I'm standing in front of the security person saying it so the security person can lighten up. You know what I mean? They're looking at it like he was trying to teach them how to steal from the store and that. I always go in the store and joke like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You are truly a comedian. That's for sure. You got a lot of talent.
I like to laugh. I like to laugh. I think it's one of the best things that I think it's one of the things that connect us all a little bit is
Yeah,
laughter.
it does.
When you find someone that can make you laugh, it's good company. It's good company. You
Oh,
want
yeah.
to around them more. You want to laugh more. You want to share their space more because they're gonna come and make you laugh. You know, some
Right.
people come and they bring you sadness. They bring you grief. They bring you their
Yes.
troubles. They bring you worries. They bring you
You already know when they coming.
yeah, so when you find somebody that make you laugh, that's you like, man, I can't wait to get that. I hope that person
Right.
come here today. But you got them friends that call you and say, "Can I come over?" And you say, "Yeah," but as soon as you get off the phone, you like, "Damn, Keisha coming over. I know she about to come over all types of bullshit, all
Right.
types of negative."
Negative.
Yeah, you like I hope she don't stay long and shit. I gotta make up something. I know what
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my cousin and tell my cousin to call me in 2 hours just in case the conversation lasts too long. You know what I mean? Like the
Yes.
preparations you gotta get to get from
To
around
get
somebody.
ready. Yeah.
Damn, like I never you got the
Like,
damn near
oh, I'm
prep to
not
get
answering
away from
because,
people.
yes, you run. You be running mentally. Like this is one girl that calls me and all it is negative. I'm like, I'm not dealing with that today. So I won't answer the phone. But sometimes because I'm just like, not today. And it's constant. It's always something negative
I,
about their job, about,
I don't
yeah.
mind I don't mind being that shoulder sometimes, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to treat
Yeah.
this motherfucker like the Golden Girls. You know what I'm saying? They was honest with each other. I like the Golden Girls. They was honest
I
with each other
love the
in that
golden girl.
house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Golden Girls was like, what was that show with those girls in it from the city? Sin City or whatever them girls were.
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City, yeah. The Sex in the City, the Golden Girls was the Sex in the City girls all grown up. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Right.
those girls would have been all grown up. Like, yeah, we know you've been sleeping with everybody since sleeping with. That's the type of friendship I'm looking for. I'm looking for that type of friendship. I know, I still got, however many years left. But I'm looking for that friendship, you know what I'm saying, where we could talk shit
Right.
to each other,
Yes.
but we not letting nobody else do it. I'm looking for the friendship where we kept each other's, secrets and held each other light. Like I'm looking for, I can't stand you today, but see you at the dinner table tomorrow type shit. Like I don't know.
Right.
For real.
Uh, that's some good friendship
For real.
growing old together.
I don't think the friendship I'm looking for, I don't really think exists. You know what I'm saying? Because not for real, because listen, all right,
Oh,
hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out. Listen to what I'm about to say. Listen to what I'm about to say. I'm constantly trying to, you know, be better than the person that I was yesterday, right? But
right.
but with a reminder that we're creatures of habits, right? So I try
Yes.
not to get stuck in my habits because I understand that I got to be better than I was yesterday.
Oh, I
And
love that.
if I get caught in yesterday's habits, then there's no way I'm becoming better than it, right? So
Oh,
when you're constantly trying to be better than yourself, it makes people around you question their self.
yes,
Does that make
it
sense?
does. It does. Yes. You start looking at yourself. How
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
be better?
right. So a lot of people don't want to look at their self and try to
Oh, I
be
do.
better. So they'll rather get in your way and stop you from being better than yourself.
Yes.
So
Because
like,
they don't like it.
yeah, so like my idea is is challenging. You know what I mean? My idea of
It
a
is
friend is
challenging.
challenging because you got to want, you got to have that drive, that ambition that I got in order to say, I like when you shoot for the moon. I like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, wait, hype me up. You know what I'm saying? Hype me up because
Exactly. Like
I'm
a
going to
partner
hype
that,
you up.
yeah.
So, and I'm never going to let you sit in the moment. I'm never going to let you soak. You know what I mean? Like a
Right.
lot of friends that I run across, they want those moments to soak. And you know what I'm saying? I don't be giving it to them. So they be like, man, get away from me. Like, I want to soak. Like, get away from me. Let
Yeah.
me.
I don't
And
want to
I be
talk
like,
about the negative.
nah, like, don't soak. Like, that's going to build up. That soaking energy builds up that when you allow it to become you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
and I want people around me that's striving to not let it become them. Therefore, not
Right.
let it become me either. So
Yes.
I had to learn to let go and walk away from a lot of people.
From a lot of people
Yeah.
because they're not going where you're going and they're not where you are. So unfortunately, they can't go with you. Yeah, that is so. I've learned that too. Like there's different people for different seasons and different times in your life. That doesn't mean you didn't like that person. It just means that I'm going somewhere else that you can't go or that you just
Yeah,
choose not to.
yeah, and then they like it's not like I'm saying like I don't have that same feelings toward you, like I don't love you less, or like
Right.
I'm just saying like you know what I mean? Like embrace the fact that I'm on this journey and going in this direction. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
be happy for
don't
me. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just be happy for me. Like I understand that it's
They'll
not
start talking
the
about
I that's what I'm saying. Like like you ain't it's hard to find that. Like, hey, like a friendship where it's like, shit, I might not talk to you, but I know you
for
good.
a couple of months,
You know
or
what I'm
it
saying?
might be a while, but
Yeah,
that
like
doesn't mean that we're
I know you
not
good.
still
I know you
friends.
good. Like I take
Right.
certain things out of my conversation. Like I don't tell people to be safe because people have to think about all the things that they got to be safe from. I don't tell people bye. I just tell people see you later. Like there's certain things that I take out of my vocabulary because I know those things add fear to the you know what I mean?
Yes, it does. It really does. When someone says be careful, I'm thinking, oh, okay.
Yeah, like
it,
think
it
about it. You
puts it
about
in
to
your
leave,
mind.
you about to leave, somebody say, drive safe. You're like, damn,
Yeah.
think about all the things that you mother Are you going out? Be safe. Damn. Now I
Yeah,
got all day.
yeah,
Gotta think about all the worries and shit out there. How you gonna tell me to be safe? Tell the person that's trying to mug me. You know what I'm saying? Tell the
right.
person that's trying to rob me. Don't tell me to be safe. I could do everything in my power to be safe. But a motherfucker out for me, they out for me. Shit.
Yeah.
Man, don't remind me the criminals out
Don't
there.
remind me. I'm not gonna want to go now.
Yeah, I know they out there. You tell me to be safe, I'm gonna sit my ass back on the couch. Be safe. All right, this is the safest motherfucking place. Look like the
Right
trip
there.
just made it to the living room. That's that's being safe right there. I guess I ain't gonna go. We gonna have to find a way to order this shit. You think they'll drop it
Yeah.
off? That's being
Forget
safe
it.
right there, ain't it?
Yes,
They
very
pick
much.
that shit up curbside. Fuck it. We're not even walking in. If everything is based off of safety, let's not even leave the
Yeah.
house.
That's don't leave the house.
That's
Shoot.
why I say let's not. But that's just me though. That's why I say it's hard because like I don't be wanting to push that on nobody else because I understand like everybody else is in their understanding of this world, according to how they understand this world, and that's fine with me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But
Right,
don't try
right.
to tell me that I'm supposed to be okay. If I watch your understanding of this world ain't never worked for eons that y'all been understanding it. And my understanding seems to be
Right.
working for me. I think I'm gonna
Yes.
go with my understanding. I think that you
Think
know
you're
what I
gonna
mean?
stay.
Because
Yes.
even you can't tell me that y'all understanding working if y'all still been fighting for how many years? You know,
Right.
that's it.
Forever.
It don't make sense. You can't tell me that's not it. That can't be it. Like,
Can't be it.
you know, something that's working should have a reflection of the works.
Right. Yes. That's
You,
good.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should be able to see it. You should see the
Yes.
growth. You should be
Yes,
able
we
to.
should be able to see it. There's no way that our society in a whole collectively is in the situation that is in if it's been doing something that works.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm going to continue to work on me.
Me too.
uh and I hope everybody else is working on them. I'm
And
still
that's it.
That's it. That's
Like
it.
if you're doing your part, then you're good. You're doing good. You do your part. You're doing your part.
That's
But
it.
I like that. I like the analogy of every day being better. What could I do better today that I didn't do yesterday?
That's it. If you go with that,
I
you
like
you
that.
you know what I mean? Like, okay, yesterday I cursed somebody out. Today,
Right.
I'm not. You know what I mean? Yes, for real, because this is
Yeah.
this will help you make those type of things normal, right? When you're competing
Yes.
with yourself and nobody else, you know that you got to find the strength to bite your tongue. You know that you got to find the strength to walk away. You know that because I'm not battling you, right? So when you run across somebody else that's trying to clash egos with you, they look
Hmm.
foolish because they battling
They do.
themselves. So they look foolish.
Yes.
So they gotta come back and be like, you know what? I'm sorry, I was going through it. I know you were. I know
Exactly.
you was already
Apologizing all the time.
right. So man, listen, I even with the whole maggot situation, like think about it. Think about it. Look, you think about how many conversations we had on the back end where you were like, you're not going over there. And then I was like, maybe you should give her a chance. Maybe you should, and I even hit you up and I'm like, I went over there. And you were like,
Yeah.
well, I think you even told me, I think we're being suckers here. Like, I think we about to, because I don't see no change. I think, you know, and I was like, well, let her get it out because we don't know how someone else's process work, how long someone would take to, coming out of the mindset of the situation that she said she was in, being
Right.
being a kitchen cult member.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I'm almost scared to make a cake or something now. I think they're gonna try to recruit me if I go in the kitchen.
Oh,
You think
really?
Yeah, because it's a kitchen call. Are they looking for people that's in the kitchen or just
You got to be in the kitchen.
Gotta be in the kitchen. I'm trying to make sure, like, I don't get caught by that group because
I know it is. Oh,
criteria, what criteria you got to meet. They seem to be very low in standards and shit. So any of us,
just come in.
yeah, any of us could be subject to. You know what I'm saying? Up, you stepped in the kitchen. You're part of the kitchen code. What? Hold on. I didn't even cook anything. I didn't touch a spoon or nothing. No. Put your foot in
So too
it.
late.
You put your foot in it. You're part of it.
Yeah, you are a part of it now.
Yeah. Where do I gotta go? Go see Wolf Kutcher over there in the back. Yeah.
It'll help you out.
Yeah, he got you. He'll tell you what you need to do, what paper you need to fill out.
Hmm.
After that, we're going to get you set up over here in our frequency sector. Shut up. I'm tired of this though, man, because just when you thought you were safe, this girl done made another
Yeah.
page, started throwing up mirrors and shit like it's Saturday night at the movies and shit. You is
Yeah.
at the multiplex. Your ass is not cinema. It is not doing no motherfucker. She out this motherfucker like she the
It's back.
MGM Grand or some shit. Ticket sales, box office and shit. World premiere.
Yes, I'm back. Stronger than ever.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. I thought it would go away for a while.
Put the
No.
two damn names together and try to come back like she fucking monopolized or some shit. Now it's not just the black owl or the wise owl, it's the wise black owl. You see what I did there? You don't get to a motherfucker. I should have had a VA ass up out here.
I thought she would at least change the name. But no, she came.
She put the two names together. Motherfucker like Thanos. Yeah, this motherfucker like Thanos collecting the stones and shit. She about to snap her finger 2 times out this mother. She done went and put the names together. She done went wise and got black. And that she went from being blackish. For real, something wrong with her, man.
Yeah.
What is wrong with her?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. And then to strike official King Pain. Like she wants enemy.
That was her. I'm back. That was the, you know what I'm saying? That was the I'm back.
Her brand,
yeah, she did 2 premieres
her
off
coming
that.
out.
She's like, I'm back. Who's live right now? That's why we didn't go live yesterday, because we didn't want to get hit. We knew she was doing something because look, all right, so over on Twitter, even though she got all those fake followers over there, 11K, that's how you know she's been buying followers. And see, that's another thing. That's how you know she got those, cornflakes out, those pictures out, because that's how she been using the money to buy these followers on these accounts. She got a blue check mark. She's got a blue check mark over on X on Twitter, 11K followers, but she don't have the requirements to go live over there, and her posts don't get no numbers or nobody's clicking on it over there, right? So she was going to have to come back over here in some way, shape, or form. Half of the people that's in her group don't even operate outside of YouTube.
Right.
Right. So if you outside of YouTube, they is not interacting. You know how many times I told YouTube to go over to my TikTok? They is not going over there. You hear me? Now I can get some TikTokers to come over here, but YouTubers is not going anywhere. Y'all like, nope, I don't even have a Discord. Nope, I don't even I don't even use no other shit besides this right here.
That's it.
Right. So I know she went over there like, this is not it. I want to go back to YouTube. Mommy, Mommy, I want to go back to YouTube.
Yeah. She loves some YouTube.
She can't make it nowhere else. The Knot's gonna see that too. Like, and if they go over
Yeah,
to
he'll be
like
back.
yeah, because all those other places like Rumble and stuff like that, all of these other
Yeah.
places, they started using a bot system. So if you go over like Beagle or those
Oh,
other applications like that, you can start a live over there, but they're going to put 75 bots into your room. In which case, now you don't know if you got the numbers or you know what I mean?
oh, yeah.
So, like these other applications are tricking the person. They're not
It
trying to
is.
let you meet people or interact with people. They just want you interacting with the screen. They're going to make you think however many people in the room you need to think in the room.
That is tricky.
So, and the Knot and Maggie, they already used the bot service. That's why they switch accounts like that. That's why she had that other account outside the 85K account, because the 85K account was a bot account. So therefore, when you got a bot account, you
Hmm.
try to get numbers. So what you do is you make a new account, and then you take all the people that tricked in the bot account to go to the new account, and then you do that account and start doing the same thing, but you're collecting new people as you build the bot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
And it's hard to
YouTube.
differentiate, see who's
Yeah.
not bought.
Yeah, because YouTube and TikTok, they all have promotion services. These promotional services will
Oh.
allow you to promote a video, in which case it says that it pushed the video out to excess amount of numbers within the course of excess amount of days. But it's also just basically putting the numbers on your account to show that these is, views, right? And that service might include, it might say, you're doing it for more views, or you're doing it for more people, or you're doing it for more subscribers, whatever. And you can put as many details as possible. Like you want it to be in the age of, 35 to 25, 25 to 85, whatever the case may be. And then, it might cost you, $35 to, get your video pumped out to
Oh,
excess amount of more people. You know what I mean?
okay.
So like I said, there are so many different ways that you can grow on these platforms. But if you caught up paying attention to the people who are here to block us from that growth, then you're not going to pay attention to the people who are actually giving out the information to grow on multiple platforms. But as you see,
Mm.
all and everybody is branching out to a multi-platform type of mindset, or they're broadcasting on multiple platforms such as Twitch. You can get these, you can go get OBS, or you can go get StreamYards is a good one, but Streamlabs is another one. And then you can
Uh-huh.
broadcast on Twitter or Twitch. It's good to take to a Kick account or a Twitch account, right? So if
Hmm.
you do have a good number of followings on YouTube, take it to a Twitch account, take it to the Kick account. They're doing all types of incentives for coming over there and streaming for a couple of hours on a daily basis, right?
Oh,
If you do have a
okay.
Discord that you got a good number of people in, take it over to those other accounts and see what you can do over there if you got a good number of following. If you're just starting off, start off on multiple platforms. I got almost
Hmm.
3,000 followers on Lemon 8.
Really?
Lemon 8, which
Wow.
is like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know where that, like, I can't even tell you where the Lemon 8 thing even came from. But like, when you're doing this, you are the brand. So, how you go about promoting yourself
Yes.
says what's going to come out of it. So if you really believe in yourself, you're going to promote yourself to the fullest, you know? I mean, you
Right.
you, you ain't going to let language barriers stop you. You know what I mean? I might do a video and put that shit in
Uh-huh.
Spanish just to, you know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
because
Yes,
you want to open that door and you don't want to close it off. Like a lot of these people, they want to tell you to close it off to, your YT audience. Oh, you should just accept black people on the panel, or no, that's stupid.
right.
As a business,
No,
as a brand, that's stupid. You're not gonna you can make a selective amount of money with a Juneteenth t-shirt, but you're gonna make a hell of a lot of money with a Christmas t-shirt, because Christmas is universal. Christmas is something
right.
that's not attached to a certain group at some.
Ethnicity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that see, I like that. See that word too. See, I was thinking about birth to words, and I was gonna use birth to words, but the word you used is fine. That's a good that's a
Okay.
yeah, that,
I tried to get on TikTok and Facebook, but like for Facebook, I didn't want to do it on my main page. So I created a new one, but you have to be established on these platforms a little bit before you can stream from there, right?
well, no. Well, okay, TikTok, you have to have so many followers now. So
Okay.
there's two ways that you, and I'm gonna let y'all in on this secret, and don't tell nobody I told y'all, okay? You keep this between us. All right. So um Facebook is easy. Facebook, you could just join a group, right? And then you post in that group, and people will start following you from that group. It's just based off about your interaction and posting, right? So you post stuff on your page, you tag the group in it, or you hit at everyone, which will go out to everybody's page when you're posting, right? Or you can
Okay.
link Facebook to your Instagram, which will allow your post on Facebook to go automatically to your Instagram whenever you post something on Facebook, which links the two accounts and always keep you posting something on one or two of the accounts, right? Now, with
Okay.
TikTok is start off like this. You find little groups on TikTok. Basically, you scroll through and you find grow parties, or you find groups that you can interact in the comment section in, or groups where you can throw a couple of roses or whatever. You keep a couple of roses on deck, and you go into these grow party groups, and you just type, and you do follow for follow groups. There's a lot of follow groups on TikTok, and that's how you get your first 1,000 followers or whatever, is that you just go to these
Follow
follow
the
for follow.
groups.
Yes, these
Okay.
follow. It's called follow for follow. Like, so basically, somebody will be hosting a live where they'll just, everybody in the comment section is following everybody, and everybody is following everybody. And once you start following the people from these groups, you'll notice that they too are doing follow for follow groups. Now, you follow everybody that follow you, or follow them back, or whatever, and then you get to 1,000, and then you're able to go live. But the whole time, the group is interacting with your videos that you're posting, so on and so forth. So, what I like to
Okay.
do before I go live on TikTok is I'll post a couple of videos before I go live, so that way I can have videos circulating while I'm live, which brings more people into the room faster.
Oh,
And
wow.
and
Because you started off with TikTok.
yeah, TikTok pays out the 15th of every month. TikTok opens up the door for whereas though you can not only get paid by the TikTok shop. See, if I had a group of women that was up under me that was willing to work on TikTok, I would,
Uh-huh.
be sending them products from, the TikTok shop to wear, and so on and so forth, because that's where a lot of the revenue come in, is the ladies that's over there, doing the different products, different lingerie, clothes, so on and so forth.
Wow.
They're getting a certain percentage from however many they selling on TikTok. And then that's also including like sitting there and, doing, like, I run an agency over there. So the agency that's on TikTok, I get paid just to do nothing, because
Oh,
once you put people up under your agency, as long as they're doing good on TikTok, you get 10% of what they're bringing in. Now,
oh,
you don't get 10% from them. TikTok takes a certain percentage, and you get a percentage of what TikTok takes. You get what I'm saying?
yes.
So when they're battling over there, so on and so forth, it's it's money, like right then and there. Like if you come over to TikTok, I can show you how to get a weekly payout
Oh, wow.
of good money. Now, I
I'm
myself,
gonna do
it's
it.
hard for me to build because my moral compass, like, so I don't like sitting on there, battling, you know, for coin, because
Right.
it weighs on me
Yeah.
as a person. Like, but if I had a group of people that didn't mind doing it, and we can sit over there and still talk about the same thing like we're doing now, I would do
Uh-huh.
it. But those people want you to like pour mayonnaise on your head, all types of
Oh,
weird shit, like make a fool of yourself, belittle yourself. And then at the end of the day, what they're going to do is they're going to take the currency away from you anyway, just to make you crash out. Because once you depend on it, that's why I say you got to have multiple streams of revenue when it comes to this. Because if you
right.
like, say if I depend on TikTok, paying out once a month, right?
Right.
Why do that when I can have the YouTube pay out the 21st, TikTok pay out the 15th, sell crystals, clothes, and all types of stuff, and just have multiple streams of revenue, to where as though if one of them is having a delay or a
The
problem,
issue.
I'm
Yeah.
not in that crash out mode. This is why, these personas on here is so upset with me, is because they don't know my source of income. Therefore, they can't put me in that energy that they want me in,
Right.
which is a low vibrational. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they're trying to figure it out, like,
Uh-huh.
oh, you're doing this and you're doing that. And
Yeah.
how
What
did
are you
how
doing? Yeah.
yeah, trying to figure it out. How did he just move from South Carolina to this part and that part and da da da? Well, no, you investing too much in the shit. That's your problem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I like to stay in that mystery work, because that's what it is. Like, but I do good works in the physical
Yes.
world, do good things in the physical world.
That's good.
It's raining out there now.
Yeah, it's raining here.
Oh, what you got? You got candy in your pocket? Mm-hmm. Oh, you gonna play baseball? I figured if you get next to baseball gloves or football, you would have tried to get it so you can. I knew it. But yeah, like I say, like the way I see it, it's all about entrepreneurship. If we're not teaching each other, then we're failing each other. If we're not trying to do, right by each other and all of this internet stuff, our
Yeah.
our our currency is moving to a form of digital currency. And I think we have an opportunity to get out in front of this and support
Yes.
each other in a way that will bring, financial freedom, to the collective. If
Oh, that's awesome.
if we get out of our own way, we're in our
Way.
own way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We have to get out of our own way in order for this to because I be in my way sometimes. I didn't realize how I was
Mhm.
self-sabotaging my own life until I actually analyzed my life. And then I
Oh,
realized like I was the one sabotaging myself, think about it. Like, we always give each other a chance, but the timeline is not right. Like, sometimes your timeline is not the same as the person's timeline that you're given a chance to. You might say, okay, I'm gonna give this person a chance, but then really, like, your
yeah.
timeline is like, this person, it should be about 3 weeks to a month, and I should see some change out this person. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that
Right.
person might be like, 6 months from now, I'll be better. You know what I mean? So when your
Yeah.
3 month marker hit, or 3 week marker hit, or whatever, you looking like, all right, now this is enough, because I done gave
Right.
your ass all the time that I'm gonna give your ass, and they looking like, I told you I was broken. You know what I mean? so, so like I think if we all get out of our own way, I think we can grow, in ways that are, greater than any type of community or small collective that we can say we're a part of. Uh, you have we all have the opportunity to be better. I just
Yeah.
think we don't have enough exemplary measures of it.
Yeah. More.
If we show with exemplary of it, and yeah, Maggie, we gonna use you as a motherfucking reason to unify. So what? Up.
Yes.
Hold on. Stop laughing. This is a serious moment. Let me look into the camera. Yes. We can stop laughing. I'm trying to say some propheticable shit. We're gonna use your ass as a moment to unify, okay? And you say, I don't understand why is all of them coming against me? Because we needed something to come against in order to unify. And your ass happened to be right up our alley. Okay. So now we're gonna use your ass to unify, okay? And it's gonna be a
Yes.
beautiful unification. All on the likes of kicking your ass.
Oh,
Can't believe they decided to come together, and you should feel so honored.
yeah, I was
This
thinking
is an
about it too.
honorable
I was
moment. I
like,
mean, you unified America YouTube. You
you
good.
sure did. You
We
sure
found a
did.
common cause. Yo ass. You,
Yeah,
she's just evil though.
yeah,
Uh
very much so.
um But that's why I say, like, and to anybody else out there that wants to, battle love and truth, authenticity, you guys see the outcome, like, and it's not just with her. There were other exemplatory measures that was made, with other, content creators on here. You
Yes.
don't hear about the Ronnie Bowles anymore. There's a reason
Mm-mm.
for that. You barely hear about, Big Homie CC. There's a reason for that. Uh, you see what's going on in the whole no jumper column, with 607 Unc. There's a reason why all of the things are taking place with content creators, from Whack 100 to Aaron the Plumber. Um, the list goes on. Uh,
Yeah,
but look at us. We still here.
we're
We
still
still here.
here.
Some of the greats is losing their pages. The DDGs, some of these higher creators are losing their pages, and we still here, huh? We need a song about it. Well, we're gonna get a song about it. We're gonna get a YouTube unity song. We're gonna do it because that's what we do over here. Wrap your ass up, find your ass in a beat. You know. We got that diss album out now on Spotify and everywhere. So
Oh wow.
yeah, boy. I think it's like 8 songs on there. No, it's 11, ain't it? It's like
And
11.
wow, that's pretty awesome. And it's on Spotify. That's
It's on
pretty cool.
Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. You probably find it on Disney Plus. I don't know.
That is
You can
awesome.
find it on TikTok. It's on like I want to say 12 different distributions. Yeah, Atlas Family Music Production is on like everywhere. But
I'm gonna
we
look it
big,
up.
we bigger than Jaguar because we done put out music already, and Jaguar ain't we didn't hear not one piece of music from no cruelty free. We didn't hear shit. We done dropped
No,
2
nothing.
albums already. How we dropped 2 albums already? These motherfuckers ain't even put together a single.
One.
Yeah. Not one. You got cruelty free music, ain't even put together, not near single. You got a whole Wolf Kutcher technology and ain't put together nothing technical.
Mhm. Yeah, and they've been around a while.
Man, something ain't right. Something ain't right. There's no way we should be dropping more albums than them. They're cruelty
I
free
know.
music. They should really be getting, artistry. I know how many people contacted them, probably contacted them with music and shit like that, but they trying
Uh-huh.
to find a way to use it for themselves. That's the problem. They trying to find a way to
Oh,
steal people's talent instead of, crafting people's talent. It's a difference, you know. Appreciate
yeah.
the gifted RC117. Appreciate the gifted membership. And anybody else who want to gift memberships, feel free to do so. You are well capable of gifting memberships. And if you did receive a membership from RC117, feel free to thank RC117 for the gifted membership. And there's 5 of them that went out. I don't know who it was that got them, but if you are one of them, got them, you know, appreciate you.
That's pretty cool. Thanks, RC117.
Um, but yeah, like I think like even with this small little moment right here, like we you know, and collectively we're all going through this. Like I can only imagine like what went through your mind thinking that you wasn't going to have access to the group that you build, think
Right.
you wasn't going to be able to, be able to have that outlet to come, speak to the group that you build, because
It sucked.
I that's what I be trying to tell people. Like that's why you need a taste of it. Because once you build these collectives, people look forward to hearing from you. People look
Yeah.
forward to, and you look forward to, bringing it to them. You look forward
Yes.
to interacting with them.
Exactly.
So there's no way she didn't understand that. But now all of a sudden, now that all her owls are lost, now she's like, I just want to be able to get in touch with my owls. And how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And even when she was saying that, she was still being nasty. She was still being like, you win. I don't care anymore. Forget you. You were still being disrespectful and
She could
nasty, and you wasn't meaningful.
she could have at least faked us out for a week or two.
Yeah.
I'd at least said, well, she tried.
Right. One day she did it, and then she'll flip the next. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, she's striking people again.
Nah, I ain't like that. I could deal with the Maggie that, had a little bit of, you know, open, dialect or whatever. Like now she has
Right.
no inner dialogue. You ain't taking nothing for yourself anymore. Like everything is based off of what those people in your comments are saying, based off of
Right.
which one sent you money or which one probably sent you PayPal's on the back end. Now you are moving according to how they want you to move, and
Yes.
they want you to attack these people. They want to use you to attack these other people because it's you that is going to get the downfall of the backlash.
Right.
'Cause,
Right.
all of them they went live from their pages. Look at 67 Star Girl or whatever her name is.
Uh huh.
She want to build a page. Lisa trying to get people over on her page. Why? Because they did what they aim to do, which is spread out Maggie's collective, and now they're all grifting to pick up, from her collective. You know what I mean? Because they're all out
Wow.
here looking for places to go. You can see it with Lady T.
Right.
Lady T tried to, host a couple of lives about me talking shit because she knew
Mm.
I was going to bring in Maggie's group, and then you seen the plotters over there and, the Taras and all of that stuff. Why? Because they know that that's a collective that don't got nowhere to go right now.
So you got
So
nowhere to go.
they all try to hold Maggie conversations in order to get that loss,
That that vitriol, that
right.
crap that she was spewing. They are looking for something.
Well, because they know
They're like
they're
little
all
bugs
yeah,
running
because
around.
like think about it. If they hold a live, talking about Maggie possibly can pop up, thus far,
Right.
bringing traction to their page because Maggie don't have a home. So if they give
Right.
Maggie a home, oh can Maggie come over here and talk? You think she'll come over here and talk? Da 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 da. Maggie's not going to do none of that because that don't benefit her. She's not going to do nothing
No.
that doesn't
That
benefit her. Now,
that's
if one
right.
of them come at her with some numbers, maybe 200
Some
to come
money.
onto the page,
Yep.
and then she'll gladly come onto the page. But if it ain't benefiting her, she ain't doing it. So,
At
and
all.
some people might be operating on integrity, but she's not. Like this is a money.
No.
That's all it is.
Yeah, she is not going to come up there and get on anyone's panel for nothing, just to be up there. And it's got to be something in it for her. It has to be an agenda for her.
Has to be.
You're right.
If it don't benefit her, she ain't gonna do it. Scorpion, appreciate the gifted membership. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutation. Shalom. Peace. And whoever got the membership, please give a thank you to Scorpion for the membership. You know, uh, Star tried to say something. I started to say something in their page yesterday because first she
Mhm.
tried to make it seem like she opened up the door for conversation. Like, if you got something to say, come on up. And then as soon as somebody was like, drop the link, she was like, what you want them to drop the link for? Well, you just said if you got something to say, you know what I mean? Like, don't start that weird ass, if you got something to say,
Yeah.
come on up. And then as soon as somebody was like, drop the link, she was like, what you need me to drop the link for? So the person and this person say, I just was saying hi. They say, Star say, oh, we not doing all of that greeting stuff right now. Like, if you
Wow.
ain't greeting each other, what the hell is you doing? And
Yeah.
then she was like, no, because I wanted to know what they were coming up for before they come up, right? So I'm like, yo, that don't make sense because when they come up, they're gonna tell you what they coming up for. If they
Right.
tell you before they come up, then there's no point for them to come up because they just told you what the hell they like. So you're watching this rhetoric that's going on, and it doesn't make any sense. It's asinine and redundant the way that they're operating, and then still talking crap to people at the same time. Like, you ain't
Right.
getting up here. I ain't about to let you up here on this panel. That's not what we about to do over here.
Right.
So why did you open up the door to tell people to come up, and then as soon as somebody tried to come up, you snapped on them and went off?
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah. Like you said, everybody is not content creators. Shoot.
right. That's that part right there. Like, you sitting there like carrying, and this is why I say, integrity goes a long way. Because if we did have a code of conduct, ideology, then you will be able to eliminate the people that are content creators versus the people that create content.
Right. Good point.
Because everybody's creating content, but everybody's not content
Yes.
creators, because content creators are going to have certain variations of integrity when it comes to their platform. I'm not about to let you, come up on my platform and tear down another content creator without a back end conversation of what the hell it is that you about to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're not
Right.
about to just spring something on me, because a lot of people will jump up on your platform and you don't know what direction they about to go in. You know what I mean? You're not
Right.
about to spring something on me. Like, nah, talk to me on the back end first. Let me know what the fuck you got going on, you know,
Right.
because that's what they
Exactly.
do. They trick you like that.
Yeah.
What's
Someone came
going
up
on,
on my panel
USA?
once. And I was
Okay,
like,
someone what?
someone came up on my panel once and I think it was a troll. They kept just saying all kinds of stuff, and I had to block them. I haven't had to
Yeah,
block too many people.
I yeah. I, I unblocked a lot of people.
Bro, am I blocked on Discord? I tried to send you a text message yesterday, and I was gonna reach out to one of your sister wives and say, "Can you tell Ralph to unblock me?"
I don't. I gotta check. I did block you at one point. I think I gotta check. I know I blocked you
Yeah,
at
I
one
think it's
point, but
on
I thought I
Discord.
unblocked you though. I thought I unblocked you on Discord, but I might have unblocked you on my friends list, but didn't unblock
Okay.
you from the Discord. Like, because it's three different, like, it's two different
Oh.
systems on Discord. So one is where you can block somebody from your friends list, which doesn't block
Okay.
them from the Discord, but they'll, like, Discord will let you know if that person is in the same space as you. Like if you got somebody that's in the Discord blocked on your friends list, whenever they're
Yeah.
in the voice channel and you try to come into the voice channel, it'll say like somebody that you blocked is in this voice channel. Do you still want to enter? Something like that.
Oh,
So like you can block somebody from your friends list and not be blocked from the Discord. But
okay.
I
That
think I
makes
might have
sense.
blocked you from the Discord, but not from the friends list. So I might
Okay,
have to.
I added
Hold
you
on.
as a friend again.
I seen
Yeah.
that. I know. I gotta look at the Discord blockage and see which one. Because I don't.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I do this in my real life. Like once someone determines that they don't want like anything to be like, I'll disconnect from everything because I'm like, okay, you don't
Right.
want to be bothered with me. I don't want to risk me popping up on your timeline or risk me popping up. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
so I
that's
be telling
true.
people in my real life, like, yo, listen, just say you don't never want me contacting you again, and you ain't never gotta, people be like, damn, you blocked me on Facebook and this and that. I'm trying to make sure that we never, ever, ever, ever,
Right.
ever, ever see each other again. You know how many messages I get from time to time? Be like, you know what? I was thinking about you. That was 20 years ago. I know. For real. You ever get those messages on Messenger? Somebody just,
Yes.
I was thinking about you. Like, you know what? Don't even fuck with my mind like that. Leave me alone.
Right. Right.
I was thinking about you. Stop thinking about me. Just stop. I want you to stop right now. Don't you think
Yes.
about me? Not never again. Um, But no, look, Maggie thinks she's slick and she went over to X. But look, you can post stuff on X. See, I go over on X and I try not to post stuff over there because it's a hard post over there.
Yeah.
But we got X. Look, Steam Yard allows you to post everywhere. When we mean everywhere, we mean everywhere. So here
Wow.
are some of the destinations that we post, Instagram, X, which is Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, 3 different so yeah, so
I'm
this is
gonna
why I
have to get
say like
connected.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I say, like, man, we over here to help people. We not over here to we trying to, build a branch that's bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? I think we all can, benefit from it.
Right.
If you guys need help with like link trees or something like that, reach out. We do have a social media management company, so we can help you put
Oh
together link
wow.
trees to link all your accounts on the same. We just did somebody link tree the other day. I'll show
Oh
you his
really?
yeah, I'll show you his link tree real quick. The link tree we just did. Hopefully they don't mind that we're showing it or using them to
As an example.
excuse me. Damn. So Magic got hit with it's today the 25th?
Today is the 25th.
Oh, you submitted a report for abusive behavior violation found. We locked Godly '04 account for breaking our abusive behavior rules. We found they broke our abusive behavior rules through different reports we received about their behavior. They cannot post, repost, or like comments, and we'll ask them to remove the reported content if they want to regain full access to their account. Your safety. So her other account got reported too.
Which one? The new one?
Yeah, that Godly '04 one that yeah, the new account got reported too. Told
She's
you.
messing with people. She leave people alone. She might be able to keep her channel, but
That's
she's
it.
over there clicking and hitting buttons
Oh,
and doing stuff that she shouldn't do. It's
yeah.
like, no, you didn't. So your
So this
chances
is
of getting back on YouTube is
yeah. Hers just got hit again. But this is one of the link trees that we just
oh,
now did right here for one of my gaming friends over on TikTok. He has it, so all his accounts is linked to this now, if you wanted to get to any of his accounts or send him money, like it'd just be in his bio or in his thing. And like we help people like build this, put all their links together. This is one sure way to get verified, is to have all your accounts linked to a link tree that will, basically help you with verification, because it says that all these accounts belong to this one particular persona.
Oh, wow, that looks cool.
So that's how we did
Looks
his.
easier to maneuver too.
What, the link tree?
Yeah, not
Yeah, it is.
easy, just kind of everything's together.
Yeah, it's like, because once you put this link tree there and they click on this link tree, they can see all of your, like, mines look a little bit crazier than that. Like, I can't even, can I go into mine? Yeah, I can. I don't even know how to get to my link tree. That's how long ago it was when I made it. Hold on, I have to go to the what you call 'em, but my link tree has like a long list of things on there,
Oh,
but because like there's so many different accounts and so on and so forth, but like it's easier to just put the link tree instead of like individual. Follow me on this, follow me on that, follow me on it. You know what I mean?
yeah, they just have to follow on one thing.
Yeah, just follow on one thing.
Hmm.
Uh, so my link tree is long like this,
Oh, wow.
but this is like social media management, and then down here you have the donations of different places to donate to help for different reasons.
Okay.
So on and so forth. The multiple YouTube accounts, Guidance for Next Generation, which is GoFundMe that I started like 2016. Different things like help funds, so on and so forth. And then I also help, also helping other people. Like, say, like you want to help somebody, with something, you can put their link or their account or their website in your link tree, and then you could tell people like, yo, listen, I'm helping this person out, go to my link tree, so on and so forth, and click on this, and everything like that. So like right here, if we was to click on the social media content form, right, this will take you to the form that you need to fill out in order for us to get a link tree started for you. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
if anybody wanted us to help them, build a link tree, help them with their account, learning how to maneuver around on social media and build accounts, that's one way right there. Just go to my link tree and then click on social media contact form and then
how do
fill
we
that
find
out.
your link tree? Is it on like your community post?
It's in my bio. Link tree's in the bio.
Okay.
It's a couple of things that's in the bio, like in my description. So as soon as you go to my description, you should be able to see my four. I think I got four links to it. One of them is my link
Oh,
tree,
okay.
and you'll be able to get there that way. Yeah, we try to make everything easy because we know how hard it is to maneuver around uh
Yeah.
these platforms. So it's in the description or the bio, whatever it is. When you click on more, like where it says like,
More.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like where click on more at. When you
And
click
then
on
the link.
more on mine,
Uh-huh.
you should see my link tree and like three
Oh,
other, things.
links.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then on TikTok, we do the same thing. But I mean, on TikTok, it's like a link right up under your profile pic that'll send you straight to the link tree on TikTok.
Okay.
But that's why I say like we're gonna start. I'm gonna start. I've been so busy, and like I say, like I am working with a company to put this spring stick together that automatically pushes your toilet seat back down, and you can attach it to any toilet seat on top of.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like a spring stick, and after a certain amount of time, it pushes your toilet seat down. So it will only keep the toilet seat up for approximately 2 minutes. Yeah, because listen, think about it. Women do the most shopping. Women do the most complaining about falling in the toilet seat. So this will like eliminate that age old saying of who left the toilet seat up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, and this will stop y'all having a wet ass because you know how much thoughts got to run through your mind if you happen to dip your ass in toilet water. Like, imagine your butt cheeks breaking out or something. Like, you'll forever like blame it on that toilet water. Like, so you dip your ass in toilet water, like you got to walk around knowing that your ass was dipped in toilet water. So it's a different mental relief when you know
Yeah.
your ass is safe from toilet water. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
y'all don't look when y'all sit down in the middle of the night. Matter of fact, I'm
No.
gonna ask y'all a question. Why y'all go to the bathroom? Why y'all don't stop?
One
Because
time
y'all
I almost
why,
fell in the toilet.
why y'all don't go? Why y'all don't turn the light on when y'all go in the bathroom? Why y'all always go straight to the seat in the dark and sit there on the toilet in the dark? Why?
Cause we be
You
half
you
asleep.
talking about something else because the light gonna hurt my eyes. Well, you dip your ass in that toilet water, you're gonna have to worry about more than the light hurting your eyes.
For real.
Y'all excuse
Uh,
for not turning the light on is the light hurt my eyes. All right. So you going to sit down in the dark bathroom then? Yeah, the light will wake them up. So now you just going in the bathroom in the dark, sitting down in the dark, and wet ass. Wet ass. You Y'all
uh,
off. Y'all ready to wake up the whole house. Somebody leave the toilet seat up. The toilet seat already gonna be cold. So it's already gonna send that chill through your body when you sit on a cold
yeah.
toilet. Let alone sit on a toilet that lid been up. People that piss splashed all on it. You know what I'm saying? One boil on your ass and it's a wrap for everybody in the house. Ass whooping for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Your ass break out one time, it's over with. Everybody. You beating all the boys too. And I know it was one of y'all.
um,
That's why I do. But that's why I say like it's a great invention. I'm working with, a company right now with
yeah.
that. And I got a lot of other stuff going on too that I got. Like I really like, I'm
That
stretched in
is so
a lot of
good.
directions. But I think it's all based off of like just having the experience of being able to do it. Once it is on the table, I think I'm going, go
Yeah.
out of control with the title inventor. Because once I get title and inventor, like you can't tell me shit
Yes.
because I'm an inventor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I
I
know
don't
that's
just
right.
come with no regular title. Like I invented
Right.
something. You know what I'm saying? Like I already got the
Yes.
patent behind it already. I already got you know what I'm saying? We waiting to get the first prototype. But once it's
Oh,
official, like you what can you tell me? Like, you know what I mean?
I know. That's really great
I'm
idea.
gonna be on here looking at people like what you invent? You know what I'm saying? You ain't invent shit. I'm an inventor.
And no, like having the name doctor. Yes. Inventor.
Yeah, you gotta give me my titles. You gotta give me my credentials for the title. Um,
Yes.
but that's just one, that's just one thing, one avenue. Got a
Mhm.
bunch of other stuff, lined up too, as far as like the farm goes, trying to build for, trying to get the right investors out here so we can bring like some more animals in, some more, working hands and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to get the right investors, you know, I was gonna go the other route, I was gonna find me a nice white woman with good credit and tell them to go get like a 200K loan. What you laughing? Don't laugh. I'm just telling you my options. I'm telling you I had options. Go find me a nice
Yeah.
rich Kruger and just that want to invest in me. I'll let her smell my boxers. I promise you I will. I'm a good what? I'm
No
a good
S
sugar
yet.
baby. I'm a
Oh.
good sugar baby. Huh? Go find me somebody
uh,
that got that bread trying to invest, you know what I'm saying? And I heard somebody say that she paint brought us some land. I wish the fuck she would have. Where's she at? She want to come back and buy some of that. She want to put a down payment on some land. Shit, I see the knot is all. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, girl. We don't like your moral compass. You don't have no type of integrity. We see what you stand for, and we, listen. If you had integrity, if you even
What
had
happened to
emotion,
her?
I don't.
Was she
She went back to the knot. She went back to the
okay?
knot and started doing
Wow,
all types of weird stuff. Yeah, she
that's
tried to say she. Now I don't know because the knot could be in her email account and sending himself emails from her email account, but the knot text my phone the other day, and it's weird because I'm like, how you saying people stalking you, but you texting my personal phone?
but he's
But he
still
texted
texting you.
yeah, so
Wow.
he texted my phone and he sent me pictures of an email from her that said like I made her think I was a god and needed to support or some shit. She needed to support me or something weird like that. And I'm just
Yeah.
thinking like, that's not something normal that somebody would say. That's something that he would
Right.
say. That's something out of his mind. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Like
okay.
he would say something like that, the same way he say like, yeah, AT2 found out her secrets and was using her secrets against her. That's what he would make up. Like I made her think I was a god. That's what you want to look at it as. You know what I mean? Uh
Yeah.
See, the 600-pound girlfriend. I'm not trying to get the 600-pound girlfriend. I'm trying to get the one that's got the money to invest so I could go buy the animals to put on the farm with the working hand and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go find my sugar mamas. Yeah, the ones that's like, here you go, daddy. But I'm not gonna let them call me daddy though, because I think that's weird. So you know what I'm saying? But what? I don't like it. I want them to say
Yeah, it is weird.
it is because as a person with as a I think it's weird because I think there's a lot of other things that you can call somebody in the bedroom besides that, right?
Exactly. And I wouldn't want
Because
nobody calling me mama. That would just be
it's
nasty.
weird, you know what I'm saying? I'm already sucking on your titties. Why add the mama thing in there too? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's weird. It's weird, you know what I mean? So with needless to say, like I stay out of those parameters of names that should not be named. Um I don't give a damn if you call me Voldemort. Don't call me no motherfucker. And that's why that's no, because QQ got mad at me in the Discord when she came in there, like daddy home or
Oh,
daddy's back, and she said it a couple of
yeah,
times. And I was like, if you notice that I didn't respond to it, it's because it's not something that I'm, what I mean, opening the door for. So take heed to the silence and the fact that I
yeah,
didn't respond to it. And she tried to be like, oh, sometimes I joke this way and do nah, I don't do
yeah,
that type of joke. I don't joke like that. Like keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
like I raised a daughter, you know what I mean? My daughter called me that, you know what I mean? Like, late night
Exactly.
watching Gullah Gullah Island, so on and so forth. So I don't want to hear
Right.
no, I'm not I don't want to hear no woman say no shit like that,
I
especially if I'm
know.
having thoughts of, fornicating or having coitus
Right.
with that person. Like I damn sure don't want to think of you, using that terminology. And yes, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's a different term." Not, no, that's a fucked up mind
No.
that you got the
Yeah.
person that you
I don't
doing
like
all
it.
of these things to calling you that. Call me anything. Call me, Saint Nick. Call me Christmas. Call me. Chris Rock was called Christmas. I don't know about Christmas. That's what Michael Jackson called Chris Rock. I mean Chris Tucker. Chris Michael Jackson called Chris Tucker Christmas.
um,
Why did he
that's
call Chris
interesting.
Tucker Christmas? That's
I
weird, right?
know. It is weird.
I looked into it, man. It might go
Oh,
back to that Jesus juice that he was teaching them kids. I don't know. I don't know. That's a different study right there. You go down that Michael Jackson Avenue, you know what I mean? I don't know. Some doctors might knock on your door. Uh, But yeah, that's why I say like I think like so this how I'm looking at it. This whole situation that's taking place, and you gotta think about this. This is this is crucial to the whole Diddy trial because think about it. Diddy defense did not bring up not no person to defend. They didn't bring up no witness, no
They
care.
didn't.
No, they didn't bring up nobody, right? So
That's
this is about
crazy.
to be one. Either this is already orchestrated, or this is about to be one hell of a closing argument. And if
Exactly.
I'm not mistaken, like all this disinformation, all of these different people that are online, you know, grifting in the name of making up all these lies, fictitious lies, rumors, stories, whatever. You know,
Hmm.
this is whatever the outcome is going to shake us collectively. The reason why I say that is because let's say he don't get found guilty, right? Now
Right.
everybody who decided to not take his side and all of this that's in the industry, his wrath going to be upon them when he get out, right? And let's say
Yeah.
he
He's gonna
do
be
get
mad.
right, and let's say he do get found guilty, right?
Mhm.
Everybody that's a part of it going all the way up to the government, everybody that might have been at one of these parties or participated, all of them are going to have to tread lightly because that means that they have
They're
numerous
nice.
evidence on. Yes, because everybody that they named or been implemented or involved, if he get found guilty, like how long before you get snatched up? Because if he get found guilty, that means everybody that was in there, watched, knew about it. All of them are guilty by association or in some way
Exactly.
before or after the fact.
Because they knew that he was doing that stuff to Cassie. Even I forgot his name. Anyway, they knew.
That's
They said
conspiracy
no.
to commit a crime before or after the fact, due to the fact that you knew. It's like if I did something and then came to you for a ride, you're a conspiracy after the fact. After the fact that I did
Right.
something, you still, allow me to linger around you or whatever the case may be. You still did some stuff for me. That's conspiracy after the fact. Now, for everybody that knew beforehand, that's conspiracy before the fact. So, however you
Mhm.
look at this, you're looking at a multitude of people that could possibly get hit with charges due to the fact that I think 2001 they changed it that anyone that was in the room of the vicinity that anybody was doing something in is liable for the charge as well.
Oh wow.
So it could get ugly, right? That's how I'm
Yeah,
looking.
okay.
Either way, it's
So
gonna get ugly.
about the case. The so most of the time they talked about it was just three people in the room most of the time. So why did they what was there another party going on in the other rooms or something?
Well, you have to think like some of the information is being based off of previous information or a mixed up of different parties. So the one that is at hand is the particular situation with the Jane Doe, so on and
Okay.
so forth. But you have other people who comes in to testify about their particular, excuse me, their
Oh,
particular freak offs, which might not been the one that was in the
with them.
lawsuit, but it was still
Okay.
their experience of their freak offs. So this goes, with the whole, he likes the whole menstrual cycle, them being on a, menstrual
Yeah.
cycle, all of that stuff. That was their, story behind how he was with them
What
in a
they
freak
did to
off.
them.
Right, but it's not to
Okay.
take away from the Jane Doe story that is particularly the one that they have in the file. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes, I do.
So like
That makes
everybody
sense.
had a story. Some stories are based off of the tape or a reference to the tape. Some of them
Right.
was just based off of their experience. And then yeah, so it was like you got to think over the course of 20 plus years, maybe this been
Yeah.
happening since the 90s.
For
Like
a
think
long
about it.
time.
Did he been take that since 93?
Whew. Wow.
That's a lot of assets.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I was gonna say upsets, but
And
that
then
that's
he was doing it every week. Yeah.
can you imagine? Like, you know what I mean? You don't even know how frequently this was happening back then. More so when
Right.
we was younger. Then now, might not. But before, when he had that drive, it was, it probably was more so.
Exactly. Probably what's going on every other day.
And then like
Wow.
if it was chemical based, we don't even know how many people that are not here because remember, Diddy was
Um,
taking people out. There was that doctor that did the that they did the surgery and then he wanted the plastic implants taken out the very next day. The doctor told him that they can't take it out that fast. He did it anyway because he forced them,
oh,
and then the doctor, car crash, that weekend or whatever,
wow.
unexpectedly. And there was a couple of other cases that they were looking around to say that he made a couple of people disappear. So, you're looking at someone who, you know, not
I know.
only,
Listen. Huh?
yeah, like on multiple cases, they're still looking for, pizza boxes, if you would say. Uh,
Yeah.
you got to think the fastest
Wow.
way to get rid of somebody is international waters, and they play a lot in those international waters. There's a gentleman by the name of Dutch Valley who was considered to be P Diddy's boy toy. I don't know if
Mm,
you ever looked him up.
no.
Drake introduced him. I don't know if he's from the UK. He's a UK rapper named Dutch
Oh,
Valley, and
Dutch.
he goes by the Puerto Rican Poppy or Porter Poppy. And Dutch Valley, anytime that Diddy is going to Dubai, that's who he
Uh,
goes, and that's who they, you could look it up. They got it all in.
connect with.
Yeah, they got it all in the thing about Dutch Valley and his interactions with Diddy and Drake.
Mm, wow.
Yeah, Drake introduced him to Diddy, and then from there, because he was willing to do anything, Diddy took a liking to him, and he became
Mm.
Diddy's boy toy, the Porter
Oh,
Poppy.
wow.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I say we got so much other stuff that we could be talking about. And Maggie over
Okay.
there lying and shit like that. We are sick of you. We are sick of
Yes.
you. We waiting for the
It's
smoke to
been
clear so we.
peaceful
It has
for.
been. It has been. A lot of people has been. Well, okay. For some reason, dumb shit keep on popping up on my timeline. Like I don't even know where 76 speaker seeker come from. I don't even know where like Lisa come from, but like because they put
Mhm.
Maggie in their title, I guess uh like they popped up on my feed or whatever. Because like
Oh, okay.
when you put people name in the title, and since you might have looked up that person's name, it pops up on your feed or something like that. However, the algorithm works. Like so when other people are putting your name in the title, the feed comes to you or something like that.
Right. Yeah. You get like it comes up on your
Mhm.
interest page, your page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it tells you like that this is something you might be interested in because you looked that other person up that they put in the title.
Right.
So, but this is why I say,
Wow.
like the algorithm, they're all using these different methods to get in the algorithm, and then they make it seem like they're not using the methods to get in the algorithm, but actually, like, let's just be honest, like. A lot of people are using different tactics in order to get in the algorithm and try to gain traction. It's hard as hell to get into any algorithm.
Yeah, it is. It is
Unless
hard.
you know some people and you got a co-host on some pages a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe get a co-host on a talk show, Royal Mass. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what y'all should be doing. The Royal Mess. Y'all do that what every Thursday?
Yes. Every Thursday at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all make sure y'all go support the Royal Mess every Thursday at
Oh,
two
thank
o'clock.
you.
Lady Letitia's on that panel, and anything she's a part of is well worth supporting. So
Oh,
go
thank
support
you.
that and anything else. You guys make sure you go follow Lady Letitia's page. If someone can put that in the comment section, also one of the mods put her page in the comment section so people can follow that. Um, I think, collectively, it's not even about like, okay, now I'm not gonna, moral compass wise tell anybody to just go follow anything. But I think like
Right,
since we are all in this algorithm together, like I think that collectively we can raise in the algorithm together. You know what I mean? Because there's a bigger algorithm that we're not in, but we're blocking ourselves from getting
yeah,
there because we fighting each other in this smaller algorithm.
right,
You know,
exactly. There's got to be more. Of course, there is.
it's got to be. We supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be sitting with the Jason Lees of the algorithm.
Right,
You know,
right.
supposed to be trying to ask Jason. So let me ask you some shit, Jason.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool if Nicki Minaj came on your panel?
I know, right? I'm
Channel?
trying to tell you,
Yes,
I'm manifesting it. I'm trying to get her to come over here.
yeah, she
If
needs to
not
come
to
over.
my panel, at least somewhere close enough to where as though I can pop on her. Nah, nah. Shit. Like it would be great. It would be, wonderful because like
Yeah.
he has a lot that's going on with the title, Rock Nation and everything like that. Jaguar speaks about the Rock Nation stuff. I think,
Hmm.
not substituting, but allowing her to come in and wing out, Jaguars hypocrisy. I mean, we can get like Jennifer Hudson, but Jennifer Hudson ain't on streaming like that. Like Nikki, come on, Nikki, get your ass over here, Nikki, because you streamer, you a streamer. You know what I mean? You here,
Yeah,
we know, you know.
you're
You know
part of
about
it. Yeah.
yeah, you know about the stuff that's been going on. Like, we got to get somebody that actually knows about the stuff that goes on, with Title and her, she was a part of Title. Well, they was gonna pay her out $1 million for her, payout in Title. But um, however you look at it, like, yeah. Y'all ready to play the game? Because I bought a new character. Well, I probably need to buy a new character because the new character that I bought is slow. Hold on. Let me talk to my YouTube real quick. Anybody want to let me borrow $10 so I can buy this character in the game so I can kick their ass? Because they've been kicking my ass. They've been cheating me. They ain't telling me all about the game. So I feel like I need to cheat them with buying a character. See, if I pay for a character, now I could just get an advantage with a paid for character. And I
Okay.
bought one already, but the one I bought was he's slow as hell. And
Oh.
yeah, he don't got no counter moves, and they gonna take advantage of that. I gotta get fast. I gotta get one where I can like spam a easy move or some shit. See, back in the day, you just get the guy with the nunchucks and then press all the buttons, or you get like Eddie or somebody. You just get somebody and you cheat and you get their ass.
Yeah, just start
I've
hitting the
been learning.
button.
Yeah, I've been learning the game. They just been
Oh,
getting
that's
mad,
good.
though. They get mad at
Is
each
it
other
a
and
new one?
yeah, yeah, it's one that they play. They don't play the games that I play. Like I guess Nasir plays
Oh,
World for a little bit, but this a new one that they've been playing. It's actually an older game, but they just been playing it, because they've been, fighting each other. It's
okay.
like a dual like fighting game. So I guess
Okay.
I've been trying to play, but first the mode that you have to play for more than 3 people is like a capture mode, and they get mad at each other or hit each other. And then the dual mode it's only a 2v2.
Oh, okay.
Can't do a 3v3 in a dual mode. But I'm gonna get another character though, and I'm gonna kick their butt.
Well, it was fun talking to you, Ralph.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Look forward to hearing you on Official King Payne's page. So y'all make sure y'all go follow What page is he going to do it on? I think he might
Yeah,
be
that's
on, what's the name of that page? It begin with a C. I'll post it in the Discord for everybody when they do go live, so that way we can, be over there and show our support for that.
thank you, Ralph. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later.
Absolutely. You have a great one.
Okay, bye, side chat.
I bet the knot ends up there too. Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to find that it's not as easy to branch off like they say. Them people that say that they're going to Twitter, so on and so forth. Those people that are saying that, you got to remember, like, outside of this YouTube, people don't know them. Like, if I was to mention them on TikTok, people would not know them at all. So them going over to another platform, people are going to be like, who are you? We don't know who you are. We don't even know the people that you're talking about. So you build the history up over here. You can't take that history from over here over there without still being a part of the history that is here. So when you're building this, everything's going to be out of text if you are eliminating the history of, where you build it at. So a lot of them are going to see that it's, a little bit complicated. We didn't just come over on YouTube just like on some humbug. Like, we actually already had a collective from TikTok that they keep on neglecting to mention. Sherelle's World didn't help us get to 1,000. We already had 1,000 before Sherelle World did the whole thing. We already had 1,000. We was at like 1,200, I think, and she helped us get to like 15. I think we got like 300 from her that night, but we were already at 1,000 already. In fact, we had already put in to get monetized before they even came over here. We were already waiting to see if we got monetized already. So that's just that. So we already had a group of people. Remember, they said it. They said he's trying to get those people from TikTok to come over here. So they already told you that we had like 35K page, 17K page, 10K page. Yeah, we were already good. So it's hard to build. It's definitely hard to build. Oh, I gotta put my phone on the charger. It's not doing the moves I wanted to do.
Welcome to our team. What's it gonna be?
See, that's Beyonce beat right there. See that? You see that? See, that's when that beat come on right there, and it says, "It's giving sexy over on the floor." You know what song I'm talking about? Y'all know what song I'm talking about? Y'all know what song I'm talking about.
I'm thinking we can serve your tea hot. We
Yeah,
can make
that's
it
Beyonce all over it right there. You see that? That's Beyonce right there.
can put it in a shot.
Beyonce's gonna buy this song
Or
from
we
us.
can make it real bold. Oh, oh. Beef on top
Beef on
of
top
beef.
of beef.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's
Yes,
getting
it's
messy.
getting messy.
We having
We're having
black
black
tea.
tea.
So won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea.
tea.
But be careful not to slip. Black tea. Taste the drama real good. Do you want some black tea? In the YT neighborhood. Truth is moving on them streets. But it's caught between them lies.
Love is love. Namaste. I say salutation, shalom, peace. If nobody told you that they love you today, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. And y'all know we're gonna be over to the Discord, so hope to see you over there. Love is love.
Troublemakers put on display. Do you want some black tea? Won't you come and take a sip?